Andrew Bosch had always considered himself a rational and supportive husband. So when his wife Lisa asked him if they could get a dog, he didn't hesitate for long. His demanding job as an accounting consultant kept him away from home for long hours, and he knew that Lisa, who worked remotely from their home in Atlanta, Georgia, often felt lonely. They were both 29 and recently married, not quite ready to start a family, but their spacious house felt a little empty. A dog seemed like the perfect companion for Lisa while he was working late. Lisa wasted no time finding the perfect dog. She brought home Bella, a 1-year-old Australian shepherd with bright eyes and boundless energy. From the moment they met, Lisa and Bella formed an instant connection. Bella was intelligent, loyal, and full of personality. The two quickly became inseparable, forming a bond that Andrew was happy to see. Every time he came home from work, Lisa's face lit up with joy as she introduced him to Bella's latest tricks. Andrew took comfort in knowing that Lisa had someone by her side when he couldn't be there. However, over time, Andrew began to notice something that unsettled him. Lisa was never without Bella, not even for a moment. The dog followed her everywhere, whether she was working at her desk, cooking in the kitchen, or even taking a shower. Bella's constant presence became so ingrained in Lisa's routine that Andrew found himself wondering if he was becoming jealous of a dog. As ridiculous as it seemed, he couldn't shake the feeling that Bella had become more than just a pet to Lisa. Despite his growing unease, Andrew remained focused on his work. He was determined to provide Lisa with the best life possible, and his dedication paid off when he was promoted to a new consulting team. The promotion came with a significant perk: fewer hours at the office, which meant he could finally come home earlier and spend more time with his wife. Excited to share the good news, Andrew decided to surprise Lisa by coming home early one afternoon. As he quietly entered the house, expecting to find Lisa and Bella waiting for him, he was puzzled by the empty living room. It wasn't until he heard the sound of running water that he realized Lisa was in the shower. But then something else caught his attention: voices. One of them was Lisa's, but there was no one else in the house. He crept closer to the bathroom door, straining to hear what was being said. All he could make out was Lisa's voice, followed by what sounded like a faint whine. When the water stopped, Andrew called out, "Honey, I'm home." There was a loud crash inside the bathroom, followed by a brief silence. Then Lisa's voice, shaky and tense, replied, "I'll be right there." A minute later, Lisa emerged from the bathroom with Bella at her side, looking rattled. Andrew could tell something was off, but when he asked if she was all right, Lisa simply brushed it off with a forced smile. "You're home early," she remarked, trying to change the subject. Andrew shared the news of his promotion, but Lisa's reaction was lackluster at best. Her excitement didn't match his, and it left him feeling uneasy. Something about the way she quickly dismissed his questions and avoided eye contact only deepened his suspicion. Unable to shake the feeling that something was wrong, Andrew asked, "Were you talking to someone in the bathroom?" Lisa met his gaze for a brief moment before looking away. "Just Bella," she answered quickly. "He keeps me company when I'm alone." Andrew wasn't sure what to think. He had expected her to feel secure in their home, especially with Bella around. But now he wondered if she was hiding something from him. Was there more to her relationship with the dog than she was letting on? Over the next few days, Andrew noticed more changes in Lisa's behavior. She seemed distracted, forgetful, and anxious. She started neglecting simple tasks, like paying the bills or running errands. Bella remained glued to her side at all times, and Andrew couldn't help but wonder if the dog was somehow involved in whatever was troubling her. In an attempt to ease her worries, Andrew decided to upgrade their home security. He installed a doorbell camera that would notify them whenever the front door was opened, hoping it would provide Lisa with a sense of safety. However, the camera only raised more questions. The following day, while Andrew was at work, he received an alert that the front door had been opened. Checking the footage, he saw Lisa leaving the house with Bella on a leash. Hours passed before he received another notification of her return. At first, Andrew assumed she had gone out to run errands, but when it happened repeatedly, he became suspicious. Why was she leaving the house for hours during the workday? That evening, Andrew confronted Lisa about her behavior. "Where are you going during the day?" he asked, trying to keep his voice calm. Lisa looked weary, as if she'd been expecting this conversation. "Just out for walks with Bella," she replied. "Why? Are you keeping tabs on me now?" Her voice was sharp with irritation, and Andrew was taken aback by her defensiveness. "I'm just worried about you," Andrew said. "You've been acting strange lately, and I want to know what's going on." Lisa crossed her arms, her eyes flashing with anger. "It's nothing," she snapped. "I don't need you watching me all the time." The argument spiraled from there, leaving both of them feeling hurt and frustrated. Andrew slept on the couch that night, his mind racing with unanswered questions. Why was Lisa pulling away from him? What was she hiding? The following day, Andrew decided to take matters into his own hands. On his way home from work, he stopped by a security store and purchased a small surveillance camera that could easily be hidden. He needed to know what was happening behind closed doors. That night, while Lisa was asleep, he discreetly placed the camera in the bathroom, positioning it so that he could see everything. The next evening, when Lisa took Bella into the bathroom for her shower, Andrew watched the live feed with growing anticipation. At first, everything seemed normal. Lisa placed her phone on the counter, and Bella sat beside her as she stepped into the shower. But then something strange happened. Bella approached the shower and whined softly, and Lisa's voice came through the feed. "Towel, Bella," she said, and the dog obediently retrieved a towel and brought it to her. Andrew's eyes widened as he watched the scene unfold. Bella wasn't just a pet. He was trained to assist Lisa. He saw Lisa take something off the counter, and his heart dropped when he recognized the orange pill bottle in her hand. She took a pill and sat down on the floor, leaning against the shower wall. Bella lay down beside her, resting his head on her lap, as if to comfort her. It all clicked into place. Lisa had been telling the truth. Bella really was there to keep her safe. But it wasn't because of an intruder or a break-in. Lisa was dealing with something far more personal. When Lisa emerged from the bathroom, Andrew was waiting for her. He gently took her hand and led her to the bed, sitting down beside her. "Lisa," he said softly, "I know something's wrong. Please talk to me." Lisa hesitated for a moment before finally opening up. "I have a chronic illness," she confessed. "It's called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. My heart rate gets really high when I stand up, and I can faint if it gets too bad." She explained how Bella was her service dog, trained to detect changes in her heart rate and help her as she became dizzy or unsteady. That was why Bella followed her everywhere, why she never went out without him, and why she had been acting so withdrawn. Tears filled Andrew's eyes as he listened to his wife's words. He had been so focused on his own fears and suspicions that he hadn't seen how much she had been struggling. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked, his voice thick with emotion. "I didn't want you to worry," Lisa admitted. "You work so hard, and I didn't want to be a burden." Andrew pulled her into his arms, holding her tightly. "You're not a burden," he whispered. "You're my wife, and I'll always be here for you. We're in this together." From that moment on, Andrew made it his mission to support Lisa in every way he could. He reduced his hours at work and accompanied her to every doctor's appointment. He learned everything he could about her condition, making sure he could recognize the symptoms and help her when needed. And as he spent more time with Bella, he realized just how important the dog was in their lives. Bella had been there for Lisa when Andrew couldn't be, and for that, he was forever grateful. In the end, Andrew's jealousy faded away, replaced by a deep appreciation for the bond between Lisa and her service dog. Bella wasn't just a pet. He was a lifeline, a loyal protector, and a reminder that love comes in many forms.